So, been a bit of a long day. I've been trying to record this video for a few days, and I keep putting it off. So I'm just gonna try and do like a live uh, demo of going through this. So anyway, chapter 19, unit 19, comparative superlative. So a Marina doesn't have words like more or best. Um, like to compare things, you kind of just um, basically you say the thing. Sometimes you say yillik afterward, and then you say whatever the thing is by itself, but now it's being compared to something else. So let me go over here. So there's going to be a prefix ka. It's going to be attached to some word, and this is usually like a noun or like a demonstrative pronoun, which are these things, like this, that, all these. And then when it says use with preposition, I need to go back and make a note about this actually. I think that preposition is actually ka, because like here, kazia. So if we look at zia, that means that. Kazia is that. And actually, we'll come back to this example in a little bit. And so the thing that is the ka, like, I would say that is, if you're going to translate the sentence, like you say compared to blank, whatever this, thing here is. And then you say whatever the other noun is, and you use like the main verb to or adjective to describe the next noun. It doesn't matter if the ka word comes second in the sentence or first in the sentence, first or second. My examples are here, like ka tamari woch hulu. So ka tamari woch here came first. Yihe tamari is the thing that's being like compared to the students. Hulu is something that's going to come later. I should not put it here actually, but this would be like compared to all the students. Yihe tamari, this student, Asto I know is the best one, like he's the smartest. Compared to all the student is the most intelligent, right? Washington, ka New York. See, the ka word is the second sort of noun in the sentence. Washington is the first, but it's still going to be like Washington compared to New York is hotter. Like compared to New York, Washington is warmer. So this like Yamoka, like Washington Yamoka, that would kind of mean, like if it was just that, this New York thing wasn't here, that would mean Washington, like it will be warm, but with this ka, it now is like a comparison of like saying it is warmer than New York. So hopefully that's starting to make sense. Yeah, again, there's a lot of demonstrative pronouns here, and I think you have to like know all of them, and then also recognize like their ka preposition version, because there's a lot. Anyway, so I'll try to mirror with the textbook. I don't know if it explains it somewhere. Okay, so yillik. So the ka word you can say like by itself, and you can add yillik to the end of it, and that'll help sort of clarify that you're making a comparison, but you definitely don't need to. You can just say ke, whatever the thing is, and then whatever the comparison is. I would recommend you just use ke yillik, because if you're like a new speaker to Marinya, I think it's just better to clarify that you're trying to compare things by saying it like this. You can also use the word ijig batam. And oh yeah, like you don't need the like, and this again will make it, compared to blank. You can use batam or ijig batam to make it like a more emphasized comparison. Like compared to this is very much, I don't know, hotter, or very much worse, or very much better. And then the most word isn't really used in Amarinya, but there's kind of ways to get around that comes here in the hulu. If you set this up with imperatives, it actually makes it he, she more. Oh yeah, like that's what I was trying to say before. Like whatever verb or adjective you kind of pair it with. So yaukal is like he knows, or like he will know, or something, or kind of like he knows what it is. But if you compare it to someone, it means like he knows more. If it's tilikno, like kind of an adjective describing something, and you use it in this comparative system, it'll be like it is bigger than something else. Oh yeah, I think the book gave an example that didn't really make sense. Yeah, like you hit or sus, but tinishno, it would just mean like this pencil is very small, like not this pencil is smaller. Yeah, yeah. See, they didn't actually compare it to anything. It's okay, here it's comparing to something, but I remember somewhere in the textbook it does use that. I'm kind of curious. I want to find it if I can. Yeah, here says, but this pencil is smaller, very small. Yeah, the thing is, it's not actually compared to anything, so I don't really know. Like, Ihersas ejikbet international. Like, I wouldn't translate it like this. I would say that's like that. This means it's super small. So I have to actually like. I forgot I'm supposed to verify that. Again, I'm just trying to make this video because I have gone like 2 days since I've gotten back from Ethiopia. No, not Ethiopia. Grenada, without making a video. So I'm forcing myself to just do this. I have some stuff prepared, but anyway. So let's just do some examples, right? Up here. Let's do it over here. Kazia Mesaf. So I would translate it as compared to like this textbook, and Yillik is used here, but you don't have to use it. So Kazia Mesaf Yillik, compared to this textbook, this book is better, or is good. This book is better than that one, right? So I know this book is Yihe Mesaf is the one that's actually better because ultimately like this is going to describe the state of this book, and it will be compared to this book. So kind of weird. Maybe the next sentence. Yeah. Also, I don't know if people have noticed whenever I do this and I double click, like you can't just like highlight something and then click over here. It'll just highlight the whole page. I don't know why. Like, yeah, there's no way to like. Oh, interesting. Okay, now if I just click in the box, it goes away. So I've been doing that for how many videos? Yeah, I just found that out. I didn't even bother to try. Okay. Let's go over here. Kazia Ketama. Yeah, Ketama Rukno. Alright. So from here, like the city here, right? That city is further away. That's how I translate that. Like compared to, Kazia is here, right? I don't even know. Let me go over to demonstrative pronouns. No, I'm wrong. Kazi is this. Okay, so this city. Actually, I don't want to use the Yidlik one. Actually, we'll come back to it. Kazia Ketama, this city. Compared to this city, all right, that's how it's translate that. That city, Ya Ketama, because Ya would mean like that over here. That Ketama is further away. That city is further away from here. If you wanted to do the other way, Kazia Ketama Yillik, compared to this city, that city is further away. It's the same translation. Ketamari Yillik Astamari Yaukal. So compared to the student, the teacher knows more. The teacher knows more than the student. So again, like my cheat code translation just makes it easier for me in my brain. I mean, this is a perfectly acceptable translation, but I wouldn't say it's as a direct a translation as how I would go about doing it. Let's just do one more. Okay, Kenebeit Yillik compared to my house. Yusubeit, his house is bigger. Tilikno, his house is bigger than mine. I might just skip these. Yeah, let's just skip it. So, okay, then if you want to use the word hulu after the, like whatever noun or demonstrative pronoun, it just means all, like compared to all is how I would translate that, which I don't know if I put here. Hulu comparison, like, actually I should write a note. Hint, compared to all the blank, is how I would translate this. Not the best typer, not the best with computers in general, but yeah. So I think just going into examples should work. Ketamari wachulu, compared to all the students. Yehit tamari, this student, asto I know, is the best. This student is most telephone. Kalij agerdo chulu, I guess compared to all the daughters or all the females or like little girls or something. Yene lij, my kid or my daughter, yeah, konjo nech, like she's the most beautiful. My daughter's the prettiest of all the girls. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and then you can use Ejigbat. I mean, you don't like this is not really like a super specific thing to just like you can say Ejigbat Tilikno, like it is super huge or something, and that would just be it would function by itself. I don't think it really needed a shout out in the textbook here. And yeah, I think I mentioned before, but these sentences don't make sense. Like you hear says tinishno, you hear says batam tinishno. This isn't compared to anything. There's no comparative. It's just this would be like this is a very small pencil, and this is like ejigbatam is like even more emphasis of this is like a super small pencil, but this is like saying it's the smallest pencil. So anyway, yes, this is what I was trying to explain very early on, but the textbook mentions it here. When you have things of comparison that are like states, conditions, blah 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 blah. It doesn't make it like the thing is just that condition. It says it's more of that condition than the other thing. Like Washington ka New York yimokal. Washington compared to New York, 'cause this is the K word, is hotter. Washington is warmer than New York, right? Washington ka New York but yimokal. Washington compared to New York is much hotter, right? Washington ka New York ijig but so to timestamp, this has been like a meme going around where you ask ChatGPT to like make even more intense versions of like drawings and stuff. So it's kind of funny that the textbook, at least to me, I don't know, is going like from Batam to Ijig, but Washington is much hotter than New York. Yeah, it's very much warmer than New York. Okay, you hit bait kalelo ochu bait. So this bait or this house, and then kalelo ochu beitoch. So I guess the adjective is gonna get paired to the ka, and this is gonna be like the other houses because there's a U here kaleloch. So like it's not just one other house; it's like multiple other houses, and then beitoch of course is plural houses. So this house compared to other houses is better. This house is better than other houses. You hit beit yes, I mean this is literally the same, just but and that means it's much better, and then ijig but again means super very much better. A more interesting example, you hit beit ka beit ochu, so this house compared to the other houses, but this is hulu, so compared to all the other houses, right? So compared to all the blank, and this is kind of like a lazy, it's simplifying the translation. There might not necessarily be the here, which is I think a demonstrative suffix or no definite suffix. Sorry, definite suffix, which usually comes from adding a u onto the ends of nouns. Like beitu is the house, and seitu maybe the girl or something. Mekinau is the car. That might not necessarily be there, but I would still basically translate the sentences compared to all the blank, which I'm guessing, to be honest, that most of the time that you have this hulu thing, it's gonna have the here, but I could be wrong. Anyway, you hit beit ke beitochu, so compare this house compared to all the other houses, inshallah. So this house is the best, like house basically. This house is the best, better than all the other houses. You hit beit ke beitochu hulu, but yeah, the same idea. Just put but to make it more emphasizing, I guess, is by far the best house. You hit beit ke beitochu hulu ijig, but inshallah, this house is like just way better like than all the other houses. We'll just finish this up, but we'll skip the betam ij betams, right? Kebeda, so compared to kebeda, leman, so he's actually the like object of the sentence because his name is ending with an n here, so he's receiving an action. Wadallo. So compared to kebeda, leman I like more basically. I like lema more than kebeda. With betam it's like I like him much better. With the jik betam it's like I like him much better. Interesting. Kawat et bunna filigallo. So compared to milk, coffee I like more basically. I'd rather have coffee than milk. And then the betam and jik betam versions of it. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense and was a useful video.